The camera opens not on a horizon, but beneath a canopy so dense it swallows the sky. Shafts of pale light pierce through endless bamboo pillars, each rising higher than the tallest trees we know today. Their hollow stalks groan and sway, forming a labyrinth of green walls. Here, 6.7 million years ago, small bands of Australopithecus moved not across open savanna, but within an endless forest of towering bamboo. What happens to human survival when the earth itself becomes a vertical cage? What dangers climb, what hunters stalk, and how do fragile bodies carve out life in this shadowed cathedral of green? The tribe is already in motion. Bare feet slap against damp roots as a group of females gather fallen shoots, stripping the fibrous layers with stone flakes, while males climb awkwardly, clinging to stalks to snatch honey from hidden hives. One child ventures too far, his silhouette darting between the vertical shafts swallowed by the green haze. A warning grunt cuts through the air. Elders sense movement beyond the curtain. The forest is alive with whispers, the rustle of leaves, the sudden thump of a predator shifting its weight. In a world without open space, the enemy is always near unseen until it is upon you. The first tension erupts. A leopard, adapted to this labyrinth, slithers low, weaving between bamboo trunks with terrifying silence. The hunters freeze, gripping crude spears tipped with sharpened bone. The cat lunges and chaos floods the grove. Spears clash against stalks, bodies scramble upward, climbing instinctively as though the only safety is height. One spear strikes true, grazing the beast's shoulder, buying precious seconds. It snarls disoriented, then slips back into the maze, leaving behind the suffocating certainty that it will return. Fear becomes fuel. The tribe adapts. At dusk, they lash bamboo stalks together, forming crude platforms high above the ground. Mothers cradle infants upon these woven nests, while others sharpen more spears, learning to harden tips in fire. Beneath them, shadows move, eyes glimmer in the dark. The leopard is not the only hunter giant. Pythons coil upward, and rival bands of Australopithecus prowl desperate for food. Every night in the bamboo forest is a war between silence and survival. Rain begins. It does not fall gently, but as a flood of sound hammering the hollow stalks until the entire forest becomes a drum. Water rushes down grooves, collecting into pools where the tribe drinks, cupping broad leaves. Yet the storm is no gift alone. Lightning cracks above, and entire groves shudder and collapse, bamboo crashing like spears hurled by giants. The tribe scrambles down from their fragile nests as stalks topple in slow, terrible waves. In the chaos, one elder is pinned, his cries drowned by the storm. Others hack furiously, with stone flakes slicing him free. The storm passes, leaving wreckage, but also renewal. The fallen stalks become tools, bridges, weapons. At dawn, the tribe regroups. Hunger gnaws. They stalk through the forest edge where bamboo thins toward a river. There, the second knot of tension coils tight. Another tribe waits. Faces painted with ash eyes, sharp with desperation. They too claim this forest, this water. Staring across the shallow current, two bands of early humans weigh the cost of survival. Will the bamboo shelter them, or become the battlefield that decides who eats and who starves? The story is only beginning. The forest has caged them, tested them, and now forces them into choices that echo like myth. Climb higher, fight harder, or vanish into the shadows of bamboo. The standoff stretches across the river, a silence more dangerous than roars. Both tribes crouch low, gripping their crude weapons, every muscle straining like drawn bowstrings. The bamboo looms over them, whispering in the wind, as though the forest itself is watching. A single stone breaks the stillness, hurled across the shallow water, splashing near the rival tribe's feet. It is not an attack, but a signal. The challenge has been made. The two groups surge at once. Water churns as bodies collide the river, becoming a battlefield of mud and splinters. Spears jab bamboo poles are swung like staffs, and fists hammer against flesh. No words are spoken, only guttural cries that echo through the trees. The fight is raw, primal, but also desperate. Each knows food and shelter hang in the balance. One hunter, strong and scarred, drives forward with a sharpened spear, his thrust stopped by another's bamboo staff. Sparks of survival ignite as tools once for gathering are transformed into weapons of war. Then chaos tilts. A scream splits the battle, not from a human throat, but from the forest. The leopard has returned. Drawn by the clash, it bursts from the green wall eyes, blazing jaws wide. Instantly, enemy lines dissolve. Both tribes scatter instinct, overwhelming rivalry. The beast leaps, sinking its teeth into the shoulder of an unlucky youth. Blood darkens the water, the leopard thrashing to drag its prey away. But now, for the first time, enemies act as one. Spears rain from both sides, piercing fur, gouging flesh. The leopard thrashes, releases its victim, and finally collapses snarling until its last breath rattles the forest silent. The river is still again, bodies pant dripping with water and blood, but no more blows are exchanged. Eyes meet not with trust, but with recognition. For one heartbeat, survival transcends rivalry. They pull the injured youth to the bank, pressing herbs onto his wound while others drag the carcass of the predator onto a bed of bamboo. Meat, teeth, claws, all prizes worth more than victory. That night, fire crackles beneath the bamboo canopy flames, painting the stalks in gold and shadow. Both tribes sit together, not as friends, but as survivors bound by necessity. The leopard's flesh is roasted, its bones split for marrow, its hide draped across shoulders like a stolen mantle of power. For the first time, laughter breaks through the children, mimic the beast's roar, while elders nod silently, remembering how close death stalked them. Yet, peace is fragile. In the glow of firelight, eyes still linger too long on weapons, on meat, on children. The alliance is temporary, born from blood and terror, and tomorrow the forest may demand another price. For now, though, the bamboo cathedral hums with the sound of survival, the crack of fire, the murmur of wind, and the heartbeat of two tribes who have learned that even in conflict unity can rise when death prowls near. But the forest is never still for long. Beyond the glow in the deeper dark movement stirs again. Morning breaks with a pale light filtering through the endless bamboo columns, mist rising like ghosts from the damp forest floor. The two tribes stir uneasily, their uneasy truce stretched thin by hunger and memory of conflict. Children play near the ashes of the fire, but the adults remain tense eyes, darting at every sound. The air itself feels heavy, as though the bamboo waits to test them once more. And the test comes swiftly. A distant rumble grows not of storm, but of earth itself. The ground shivers, birds explode upward in chaotic flocks, and then a wall of sound crashes through the bamboo, an entire grove collapsing in a chain reaction, each stalk falling into the next, like spears hurled by giants. Panic erupts. Tribes scatter, pulling children clutching bundles of food, stumbling as bamboo shatters and crashes around them. One mother slips trapped beneath a heavy stalk. For a moment, it seems she will be crushed, but hands, some from her tribe, some from the rival one, join together to lift the weight. With a cry, she is freed, proving again that in disaster, survival demands unity. They flee toward the river, but the floodwaters have risen overnight, swollen by the storm. The current is violent, swirling with uprooted bamboo. The only choice is to build or to perish. Men and women tear down fallen stalks, lashing them with vines, creating crude rafts. Children cling to the makeshift platforms as elders push them into the torrent. The river roars, carrying them forward, while predators stalk the banks, unable to follow. Hours pass before the water finally calms, leading them to a clearing where the bamboo thins into open land. Exhausted, dripping but alive, the tribes pull their rafts ashore. For the first time, the sky opens wide above them, blue infinite, free from the prison of green. A collective cry rises not of fear but of triumph. They have crossed through chaos and predator storm and flood, and still they endure. As night falls, a new fire is lit. Meat is shared, wounds are tended, and laughter, hesitant at first, returns. In the ashes of conflict, a new story is born, one of resilience, of unity forged in terror, of humans learning to bend but not break beneath the towering bamboo. This night under the stars, they are not just survivors, they are the first to turn hardship into legend.